Can you make your tax sale foreclosure into a Section 8 rental? Hi, my name is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your #1 source for real estate advice online. And this video is about whether or not you can make your tax sale foreclosure into a Section 8 rental, even though it's an old, dilapidated building maybe that needs a lot of repair. Kind of like these locomotives here. Actually, I am at a locomotive museum here. It's pretty cool, actually. So we're going to walk around a little bit. I'm going to tell you about this. This is actually came around from a story. I'm sorry. This came from a question from a subscriber. And they basically watched one of my videos of the $5,000 house that I found. And the question was, can they buy that house and make it into a Section 8 rental? And actually that's what a lot of people do. They buy these old houses at tax sale foreclosures, tax deed foreclosures, and then they make them into rentals, Section 8 rentals, and so on. And the question was, can you do that? Well, you know, you can make any house into a Section 8 rental, but in most cases, the house has to pass an inspection by the housing authority that is actually doing this. This looks pretty cool. They're actually administrating the Section 8 program, and so you have to go by their guidelines and make the house, of course, livable and decent and safe, of course. And the house has to pass that inspection every year. So if you buy a house that's $5,000, or it doesn't really even matter what amount, if you purchase a house like that, or any house, you have to make sure that you have it up to the code of the Section 8 inspectors. So really, the question is, how much repairs would you have to do, and not really the question of how much money you can purchase the house for. Although those two things kind of go together, because you want to, you know, minimize your cost. And yeah, a lot of people do that. I use some of my houses as rentals that are purchased at a tax lien foreclosure, so it is possible. However, it's not really more an investing question. It's more a question on, can you afford to do the repairs on this house to make it pass, and what are the guidelines to make it pass. A lot of times it might not be very efficient to do the repairs, because they might just be so astronomical that it's better to just buy another house. So you kind of have to weigh the advantages of and disadvantages of making a house a Section 8 versus a regular rental. Of course, if you rent the house on your own and you don't use Section 8 for anything, you don't have to follow those guidelines, but you know, you still have to make your house livable for your tenants and usable and efficient, and just make it a decent place to live. You don't want to just let them live in a piece of trash. So that's kind of my 2 cents worth on that. Yes, you can make that $5,000 house a Section 8 rental. You can watch that video. I should put that video at the bottom of this video. You can watch it. That particular house is not my house. I didn't buy it. It was another investor that had it for sale. So I don't know what they're going to do with it. As for me, I had a couple of other things going on at the time, so I wasn't really interested in that house. It was also pretty small size-wise. So I'd like to buy houses that are at least about 1,000 square feet or so, because once you go below 1,000 square feet, there isn't really a whole lot of leeway there for you to rent to a lot of groups, because families and people with children want a little bit more space than just a shack. So there's just general guidelines of making a property valuable, the size of it, the condition of it, the location of it. So for Section 8, you know, first thing, if that's what you're planning on doing, get the regulations from the housing authority that administers the program in your area and ask them, what kinds of things does the house have to provide for it to pass. And I hope this was helpful. Make sure you subscribe to my newsletter at the bottom of this video. Also check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe there. I have videos coming out very frequently. And I hope to see you investing very successfully very soon. Have a great day.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.